Okay, we're in part 4 now. Let me start my watch here and get it right. And in part 4, we're starting with lover. Lover, try to look and sound enthusiastic and interested. You sound a little detached from what you're doing. Stand still while you're speaking. There's too much distraction with the paper you handle. You're making noise with it. Watch the ums. Dress a little for your speech. When you do that, watch what you're wearing. Your audience needs to stop in front of the camera when it comes through. Start strong. Plan your beginnings and endings so that they are strong beginnings and endings. Fix the camera shot. Read what the composition is supposed to be. See this shot right here? That's the one you're supposed to have. Get more light coming on your face. And don't run away at the end. And that's my speech. You're gone before I even get a chance to hear your last word. Don't do that. Now, obviously, I exaggerate when I do this, but watch your speech and see what you do. You turned in no outlines of any kind. That will hurt you grade-wise. Please read the directions and instructions for all speeches. Next one goes out to Colts. Use a tripod. There's too much camera movement. You're supposed to have a tripod. You have kids crying or making noise in the background. That's very distracting. You want to control your environment as much as possible. You are reading your speech. Now, you should generally not have a transcript of your speech. You can use outlines, but you're looking down so much that I can't tell your eye contact at all because you hardly ever look up. When you do, it's just like that and then back down again. Thus, I have really poor eye contact. And also, when you look down, notice what happens to the audio on your speech when you're looking down instead of talking out to where the microphone is. You have somewhat of a monotone delivery. Remember the 5 things: pitch, pace, tone, volume, and silence. 5 things you can control. Work on those when you're speaking. You didn't stay on your audience long enough for me to see them. Again, have them walk in front of the camera. Pause for 4 or 5 seconds. Do not stand in front of a window or bright lights. And your speech was very short, and all of these things together will hurt you on the grade on your speech. Next up is Batman. All right, good audience intro and a very pleasant facial expression. That's nice. Adjust to the required shot composition. You're too far away. The thing that was interesting about you is you have a tendency to cock your head to one side a lot when you speak. And it's always kind of like to one side when you're speaking. Unless you're Quasimodo at Notre Dame ringing the bells in a church tower, you probably want to have your head, this is a little cutesy kind of thing about, hey, how about look at me? Don't do that. Straight ahead. Talk to me. Do it seriously. You have a blower noise that goes off about 252 into your speech. It makes it a lot easier to hear you and understand you. For all of you, you might want to turn off if it's going to be loud and interferes with. And these are all things, too, by the way. Go back and look at your speech. If it's dark when you look at it, it's going to be dark when I look at it. If there's an audio problem when you look at it, there's going to be an audio problem when I look at it. Don't release your audience until you've looked at all of the fine points in the speech and know that it's ready to go. All right? Start by looking at the camera. Don't do this. Okay, the camera starts. Today I want to talk to you about my introduction speech. No. When that camera starts, when you're ready to start your speech, it's there. And it's not a matter of when the camera starts. It's a matter of when you start the speech. When you're ready to start, fix on that camera and say, today I'm going to be speaking to you, not today I'm going to be speaking to you about, and then look up. Never do that. Careful not to rock while you're speaking, and you have no outline or speaker notes. Watch the ands and the and-us and the us. There's a lot of that in your speech. Next up is Rowdy. Nice appearance, good job, good storyteller. Watch the window in the left of the picture as I look at it. Keep it out of the shot. That causes some iris problems. You might want to move to the blank part of the wall a little more to your left, and then you don't have a window in the shot at all. It won't be a problem. Overall, very good first speech effort. Watch the tisk. You have a little light tisk in there. You do not need to show the audience after they pass in front of the camera at the beginning. Adjust the camera shot. Compose. by the established rules we've talked about in the class, relax just a little bit more. Now, I know you said you were nervous, but relax a little bit more and don't show the audience at the end. Overall, the speaker outline and the preparation outline are great. You didn't begin your speech by rushing. That's good. Good eye contact, not distracting mannerisms. Your articulation was really good. You met the assignment well, held the interest. You kept the audience there, and you submitted the assignment on time. Next up is apples. Apples, stand still. Don't swing your arms when speaking. I don't want to see any of this, and I don't want to see you moving or any of that stuff. Stand still. Put your feet in one spot. Don't move. Fix the camera shot. The composition is cutting off the top of your head. There are times when it gets so low I can't even see your eyes. The camera is not level. It's like the camera, and I'll show you this, is kind of tilted uphill. I can tell from the horizon. Make sure your camera is level. Work on your flow a little bit. You go not to the library, you go to the library. Watch your articulation. You never go to the library, you go to the library. You're a licensed something. I heard you say that, but I didn't understand at all what it is you have a license in. So you don't want to swallow words. You want to make it very clear what it is. It's hard to hear and understand you. There are too many pauses in which you look lost about where you're going to go next. You have no audience and you have no speaker notes, and these things are hurting you grade-wise. Next up is Lee. You're the other person that switched the names with the person. Work on vocal variety. Never, never, never sit when speaking. See the instructions. Work on your vocal variety. You don't appear to be looking at the camera. That's a must for eye contact. Look right at the camera when you're talking. Mining is the word. Mining. Get the ing sound, not minin'. It's also not taken. It's taking. Get the G sound in there. It appears your camera was turned off after your audience intro. That is a never, ever let that happen. Don't shoot up into the face. Don't shoot like that. You want to shoot straight in as you do your composition and such. Also, your speech was submitted under somebody else's name. We already talked about that. You need to fix that. And finally, let me see who this person is so that I do it right. Bank. You gave me speech outlines, which is wonderful. However, you did not give me a speech. So that's it. Those are all the speeches. Those are all the critiques. If you have any questions, as always, call me. I have posted your grades in Blackboard. You'll have to look at the class grades tab. That's where they'll be. They're posted by your fantasy name. You will also see on the far right, you'll have an opportunity to see if I were to put a grade down right now based on how you're doing in the class. If you look at the final grade total points, you'll see a number there. And then if you look at the final grade, that's what that number would equate to right now. Don't panic. There's still a lot of time to do better. But also look for things like, did you take the exams? Have you been getting full credit on the discussion boards? Those are huge issues you want to take care of. Make sure you do all of that, and then listen carefully to all of the comments I made to everybody in these critiques, and then make those part of what you do to make your speech better the next time you speak in this class in a speech. Okay? If you have any questions, as always, call me in the office and we'll be happy to talk. Have a great rest of the weekend. I'm a little late in getting some of this stuff out because for some reason Connect Lucas went down yesterday and I was unable to do anything, so we'll see what happens in the future. You have a good one, and keep talking, keep communicating, work on vocal variety, and finish strong and start strong. Okay? Have a good one.